Hey y'all, welcome to Faith Family Slay. This video is going to be a faith-based video. It has been a while, but I really felt like I needed to get this testimony out to just testify to the goodness and the faithfulness of God. So, I'm going to give a little context behind the building up of this testimony because I understand everybody does not follow me on all platforms. So, starting back August 19th, my first dog that I ever had, Bentley, passed away. 2 weeks following Bentley passing away, my dad died. And I was already going through so much between the two of those things. My kids were going through some things. So we really wanted to get us a new pet to kind of bring some type of joy back into our home. So on the 1 month mark of my dad's passing, I got my new puppy. His name is Bentley. His name is not Bentley. His name is Dallas. And my dad was a Dallas Cowboy fan, so I named him Dallas. And about almost 3 weeks ago now, we had Dallas at my sister's house. And one of the children that was outside playing, he tossed my dog, and my dog fell, fractured his humerus bone, had to have immediate surgery, and I ended up having a over $6,000 hospital bill. So on top of me grieving, going through things, getting a new pup, being happy again, something happened with him. And now I'm starting to have anxiety because I'm feeling like everything attached to me or around me gets hurt in some way, type of form. And then just in my home, just things going on with my children that I'm trying to help get resolved. So to bring me up to the testimony, this past Sunday, well, actually Saturday, I just was not feeling I was in my feelings. I, like, the weight of everything was literally manifesting in my body. Like, I had no energy. I woke up super early for church, and in my mind, I was like, I'm not going. Like, I literally was like, I'm not going to church today, but I'm not going to miss it because we have streaming. I'm going to watch streaming. Holy Spirit literally said, go to church. I felt that in my spirit. And I was like, I can't do it. Like, I can't fix my face. I don't feel like getting dressed. I don't feel like doing my hair. My house looks a mess. Like, not only am I feeling it in my body, my surroundings are starting to look like how I feel. So yeah, and then I had said something, I had a thought. I was like, what's the worst thing that could happen? Like, Pastor hadn't called names in a long time. Like, to me, that was like, what else could I miss at church? That was kind of the only thing I thought like you could possibly miss. And I literally said this out of my mouth. So my daughter still wanted to go to church. I'm never going to stop my kids from their relationship with God. So I literally got in the car, drove my daughter to church, left her with my sister. My sister was like, she can spend the rest of the day with me. So I dropped her off. I came back home. And then I sent my sisters a text message. At my church, we have this thing called Legacy, where one time out of the year we give our biggest seed to go out to give to the Lord, and then to allow it to go throughout the church for other missions that they may do. So I was also feeling a type of way about that because I have a number that I never go below. And due to things that have been piling up this year, I didn't like the number that I was given. So I was like, and then I was texting my sister. I was like, and then I can't give this and that amount because now I got to pay this medical bill for my dog, yada, yada, yada. Just literally just venting about everything. So back to the story. I drop my daughter off at church. I come home. I turn on church. I'm listening. I go to the bathroom and my phone is just blowing up. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you here? Pastor just called your name. My TV was lagged, so once I came out of the bathroom, I heard Pastor calling names, and then he called my name. And this Sunday, he was calling names to pay mortgages for the people whose names he called out. And if you're not at service, they go on to another person. So immediately, condemnation hit me, not because of the money part, but because I literally disobeyed the Holy Spirit. I heard the Holy Spirit tell me to go to church. I know the Holy Spirit told me to be there, and I immediately started repenting. I was like, Lord, I'm so sorry. Like, I've literally been in my feelings. I've literally disobeyed you, grieved the Holy Spirit. I've literally not shown up for something that you wanted to bless me with. On top of that, I'm complaining about how much I can live in and get, how much I can't give in Legacy, where you already made provision for my well-being for the next month because I was planning to give in Legacy. So I sat in condemnation for at least a couple hours. Even after I prayed and asked God to forgive me, that feeling just was sitting there. So that happened around 11:30-ish or 11 o'clock. Around 3 o'clock p.m. that Sunday, I get a text message from some members of our church. I did not tell them that I would be doing this video, so I'm not going to say their names, but God bless you guys. I got a text message from members of the church and was like, we still want to be a blessing to you. We realized that your name was called, so allow us to be a blessing in whichever way we can send. We want to still send you the money to pay your mortgage. Y'all, my sister had stopped by. I read that text message and I just started giving God praise. She was looking at me like, what is wrong with you? I was like, God is so faithful. Like, he loves me so much. And he reminded me, like, you are my daughter. It just literally, I had this thought in my mind about how we as parents, we have things set up in our minds like, this is what I'm going to do for you guys that day. And then for some reason, the day we want to do something good for them, it always ends up being the day that they trip the most. And I just really felt that that's how God did me in that day. It was like I had already set up in my mind that I wanted to bless you in this way. And you chose not to be obedient to what I said. So I'm going to let you sit in it and feel the burn of not being able to get what I was going to give to you. But because I am your father, because I am gracious, because I am merciful, because I show grace and mercy to you, I'm still going to allow what it is that I want to get to you to come to you, because that family did not have to do what they did. So I wanted to make this video to say, and this is another part that I left out that really blessed me. When my pastor realized that I wasn't there, the words that came out of his mouth was, let her know that the Lord had her on his mind. That blessed me, y'all. I needed to hear that. I needed to know. A lot of times we say, God can do this, God can do that, God is so great. But just those small reminders to know that God is thinking about you. He sees you in your situation. He knows you're hurt. And he is making sure that his children are okay. So I just want to encourage you guys, don't let your feelings stop you from doing what you are called to do and being in the places that you are called to be in. And don't ignore the Holy Spirit. If you know the Holy Spirit lives in you and you know what it feels like to feel that tug on you, no matter what your feelings say, obey. Point blank, period. So I'm grateful again to that family. I pray blessings over you. I'm so thankful to my church family, and I am thankful to God for always sending those reminders to me that he has my back. I love y'all, and I will see y'all in the next video.